welcome to HUR at Home. Welcome back. I have missed you. We took a brief hiatus, but I love to be with you every Thursday night as we bring you the best artists that we can find. I'm your host, Angela Stribling, and tonight is music night. So who did we bring to start this season? I know you already know because we've been talking about it on WHUR. So with no further ado, he is definitely a crowd favorite. He's certainly one of our favorites. Kevin Ross. Let's get him in here.
What's
Hi.
going on? It's good to be back.
Man, I missed you so much. I'm so glad to see your face.
Thank you. It's good to
Doing all
be
right?
appreciated. Yes, doing well.
Yeah, well, your music is just always beautiful. I know I started off with the introduction saying that you're definitely a favorite, but not only in the DMV, but across the country. And we just love what you do. I want all of those who are watching, tell all your friends that Kevin Ross is on HUR at Home. You can
Right.
join us on Facebook, YouTube, WHUR.com. So, Kevin, let's just, before we start talking about your latest single,
Mhm.
let's just bring everybody up to speed. I mean, you came on my radar with Long Song Away.
Yeah.
And I think it was 2009 when your career, publicly really kind of took off.
Yeah.
It's just been a good journey for you, right?
Absolutely. Started off as a writer in 2009 and then didn't really get into artistry until 2014. So yeah,
Wow.
that was the start. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's so cool that, so many people have dreams of
Yeah.
just really making it in this music industry
Yeah.
and young and to start not that long ago and to garner the attention of some of the people that you have had the great fortune to work with. What do you attribute all of that to? What would you say is your path that made it so magical?
God, everything is God engineered and vision driven. And even things that I can't see for myself, God will create an avenue, and all I have to do is be present and say yes. And I think sometimes that's the most difficult thing to do. But I'm learning and I'm practicing how to, when God calls, my answer has to always be yes.
I love that, and I love the humility.
Yeah,
I really do, because you're right. That's our source, whether we acknowledge it or not. He is our source,
yeah.
and it's good though to be prepared because a
Oh,
lot of people believe in God and don't do the work.
come on now, listen.
Right? You can pray
Gotta
all
be,
day, but
but yeah, preparation is key for sure.
preparation is key. So let's talk about that work. Oh wait, but first, let me acknowledge Monica. Thank you so much for commenting, and Rochelle. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah. So let's talk about the work. When did it start, and what did that look like?
As far as the work, and I'll start writing wise and then I'll get to artistry. Writing wise, it started in college, just, writing constantly, just getting ideas out and recording as much as I possibly could, and then having a strong desire to have my songs and melodies on other people. And once I got out of college, it took about a year for me to get my first placement with Jamie Foxx. And then from there, God had kind of opened up a door and potentially showing me that I could be an artist. And that was with me doing a writing camp for Rihanna, and LA Reid just so happened to stop by one of the sessions, and the producer had
Woo.
knew I could sing and play. So he's like, yo, before we play any songs, you got to listen to this kid. And, LA sat there and, heard me play, and he was very interested, and word got around. But, I think wherever he was moving to a different company. So that kind of dissolved and dissipated. But from that interaction, I would create songs that would be a demo. Then that would get me signed to Motown. And then from there, the story goes on and on and on. But just as far as putting in the work, having that desire, but then also having that instinct to say, okay, this is not happening by coincidence. This is on purpose, and let me get ready. If it's not time yet, let me prepare myself for it. And that's pretty much the story
Ooh.
of my life.
Yeah, but you said a lot. You
Yeah.
just said a lot. There's a lot there.
Yeah.
So, being prepared for the opportunities, because
Mhm.
again, that's another thing. You could meet all these luminaries all day long, but if you don't really have anything to offer,
Yeah.
it's just a meeting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? So
Yeah,
you've been preparing. You've been preparing for this.
absolutely.
Yeah, I love it. Hey, Dee Dee, thank you so much for shouting out. So, all right, so here you are, and you decided to, you were focused. You knew what you wanted to do,
Mhm.
started off writing for other people, and then became an artist yourself. And you do a lot of your own writing and producing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely do a lot of writing and producing, especially now. Like, um, I feel like with Drive to the latest album that came out, the big thing was I finally said to myself, I am a producer. And it took me a long time to actually own that title. Even with, Long Song Away being written and produced single by me, it took me so long to actually like be in a space to be like, you know what, wow, I did write and produce this. So I think things changed for me when I actually said it out of my mouth and started to walk in it. And I think the sound started to become more cohesive. And it would produce Looking for Love and Sweet Release and all of these other records that became very intentional as it pertains to like a sonic signature that I'm still developing. But yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful. And you've got the great I don't want to say privilege, but it's beautiful to be able to do it all. Because oftentimes, an artist will have these dreams, get signed by this big record label, and then you're sounding like whoever is producing you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like your thoughts and your ideas kind of get pushed to the side
Yeah.
for the other people who are shining. And this is your voice, and this is what you are putting out. Yeah, that's quite,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely.
As a creative person, I mean, you get to, if as we've said, you get to write, you get to
Mhm.
sing these songs, you get to produce them. But I understand you've gone into another creative avenue lately. You want to talk about that a little
Yeah, I'm gonna talk about it a little bit without like giving
bit?
anything. But I'm currently in New Orleans and I'm filming. So I'm going to put another hyphen on to what I do, and I'm diving into acting. And so this has been a very, very amazing experience as it pertains to the actors that I've been working with, just the whole production team. And it's really been fun. It's really been fun. And I think that it's another situation where God wouldn't open up the door if more opportunities wouldn't come from out of it, whether it's immediately after or whether it's a year from now. But now I understand that I have to prepare, and I will definitely be in more acting classes, just kind of honing my skills and really trying to understand why this door opened, why it's important for this opportunity to be placed in my lap. So I don't know all of the answers to that yet, but like I said, I'm in the process of just saying yes and
Okay.
getting ready. Yeah.
You're enjoying the process, I take
I'm
it.
listen, I'm enjoying it. What I've realized is, acting is not too different than the music. The thing that I appreciate about acting is the fact that like you can read a script and everything could be there, but the brilliance within actors is what they do in between the lines. You know,
Mhm.
their intention, the background, the studying of it, and so I think that's what separates greats from just people that just do it. And
Agree.
so
Yeah.
I appreciate that in a sense to be like, oh, okay, it made me look at music different in a sense to say when I do a run or when I do certain things, like what's my intention behind it versus just saying I'm going to do this because I can,
Yeah.
versus my intention was to make you feel like this.
Mm.
This helps to heighten the song. And I think, back in the day, people had that intention. Somewhere, it's kind of got lost in translation because our skill set has heightened. So there's a lot more talented singers, but I think that now the intention has kind of gotten lost a little bit. And
Mm.
so, I'm definitely looking to bring that back into
Ooh.
music, just that intentionality sonically and
Yeah.
how for people to feel. Yeah,
Pretty exciting. I mean, because that's the whole idea, right, with music. If I'm not feeling what you're singing, I'm not really gonna
exactly.
to the next one, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
You wanna make me feel it, and the same thing is with acting. Don't you hate it when you're watching a movie, and then at some point you remember that, "Oh, yeah, this is an actor, this I'm watching,"
Yeah.
versus when you're watching one of the greats that you were describing and you're just lost in the movie.
Yeah.
I love if you can just convince me that you are whoever
Yeah.
that character is that you're trying to portray. And that takes a lot
It takes
of
a
all
whole
the
lot.
things that you were saying.
It takes a whole lot. I mean, just, because the way they shoot, they don't shoot from start to finish. You know what I mean? So like when they shoot movies and TV, they'll start in the middle of the story. Like whatever, like if the location's open, your first shot will be something like traumatic. And you're like, okay,
I
have to tap into this traumatic place, and you have to stay there. What I realize about myself is that I'm an optimistic person. So everything, even in confrontation, even in conflict, I'm always trying to find a resolve. And so in acting, that's not a part of the job. Your job in that moment is not to find the resolve, it's to stay in that. And I was like, wow, this is really hard for me to stay in this space without trying to resolve it. And so it helped me to look at myself a little bit more, in the sense to say, for certain things, it's always good to stay present and not focus on how can you solve it, how can you fix it, how can you make things easier or better or peaceful. So I appreciated that from that experience, for sure.
Interesting. It's like this is what it is.
This is what it is. And it's okay to be there. Yeah.
Like, look, man, we don't want you happy right now. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, okay. And then what do you draw on? I mean, do you just kind of like, if let's say, okay, they're like, okay, we're in DC now. We want all the scenes that are in DC, we're going to do them today or this week. Yeah. And you've got to go from every feeling.
Yeah. It's in, I think that's the greatest thing about actors, is that they have a elaborate emotional library. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And they use it so much, they exercise those muscles so much to say, let me pick out trauma. Let me pick out joy. Let me pick out, whatever the complexity of that emotion is, they can really draw from it. Or they could just make up a scenario within their minds and just be like, that can take them there. And that's powerful. Even like, watching the director to be like, why did you make that choice? And it's not even a thing of to belittle you. It's more so to understand that, hey, you've studied this character. You understand their narrative beyond the paper. So when you do answer, have an answer for them, and then understand that every time that you do a take, that you need that nuance in there, because now it's a part of their personality. So if you're a character that progresses within, a movie or a TV show, then you'll find those little like signature things that people will do, like little quirks and stuff that really makes that character more human and more, people are attached to that, and we have our favorite characters as far as within TV, and sometimes we don't know why, but It's just those subtle things of them really understanding the character and fully embodying it. I know I'm talking a lot, but yes.
No, but I love that Kevin is don't let me find out you're giving up music for acting.
No. I'm a student. Literally, like this week felt like the first day of school. Awesome. I did music videos and all this stuff and commercials, but this was like completely different, like completely out of my wheelhouse. And yeah.
Is it a movie? Is it a TV series? Come on.
It's.
What can you tell us?
It'll be on. Yeah, it's on TV. It's on TV for sure.
It's on TV.
Or it'll be on TV, but it's a show that already exists.
Aha.
Yeah, it's a show that already exists.
Okay.
And so yeah, I'm
trying to imagine what would I see Kevin Ross. Okay, I'll be patient, but I'm so proud of you. We all are. And I'm glad that you're stretching out, because one feeds the other, just like you said. I mean, it all feeds each other. I mean, you've done music videos. Now I want to talk about this video that I saw, Sweet Release. Now, orchids are my favorite flowers. But people say things about orchids.
Yeah.
I was going to say, it's an interesting choice of flower for Sweet Release.
It was an interesting choice. You know what? I was inspired by the Ohio Players. They had
Oh man,
they
their album covers.
Yeah, so they always had these provocative covers
Yeah,
that became art and they
yeah,
became conversation pieces. Now,
mm,
granted, there's a lot more to Sweet Release than just that part of it,
yeah.
right? But at least when you see it, I got so many different texts. Like, I seen the cover, did that, you know what I mean? So just within that, I'm like, okay, it's doing something that even though I may not have personally have said, you know what, let's push this boundary,
Yeah,
but because historically, this is where we are in the sense to say we need to start conversations, especially within our genre.
I
And sometimes if we got to push that envelope to say, let's talk about it,
yeah,
and maybe something else can stem from that. But yeah,
exactly.
it's a lot more to Sweet Release. But yeah, as long as it got your attention and it's from the conversation,
It definitely got my attention. I mean,
that's,
first of all, I love the song.
thank you.
As when I first started watching the video, I was like, "Oh, that's my favorite flower." Then I
Yeah.
started watching, I was like, "Oh yeah, that's right, the orchid." It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. Tell us about the song. Now, this is another one that you wrote.
Yeah, wrote and produced Sweet Release. And first song from off of Drive 2, first song that you hear. And I thought that it was always a great opening to the project. And
Mhm.
I never thought anything else about it. It was just like, this is, if I'm going to set the tone for this album,
Yes.
then this is going to be it. And it really started off as my Sweet Release is driving, so hence the Drive series. And so I get to think, I get to really process, I get to write, go through a range of emotions while in motion.
Mm.
And so with that being said, I was like, okay, I was going through the song was originally called Simple.
Oh,
And it's like, just to enjoy the simple things of life. And I'm like, I don't like that. I don't like that. How can I dig deeper to say something that's more clever and I can put it in a different way so that it's not targeting this one particular aspect of sensuality. It's
mhm.
more so of a pleasure to say, cool, your sweet release is wine, your sweet release is chocolate, your sweet release is whatever it is, indulge in it. And I wanted the song to feel like that. So I wanted the song to have this dose of euphoria when you heard it, where it was warm, it kind of wrapped you, but
Yeah,
it has this rise to it
yeah,
that's very subtle, but intentional in a
yeah.
sense to make people feel like this is a part of my sweet release. This could be the soundtrack to whatever my sweet release is. I'm going to play this while I do that.
Mhm. Oh, that's
So,
beautiful.
yeah.
And I mean, really, it is, and it's beautiful that all of this thought goes into it. Like, it's not just, "Okay, this is what I'm thinking about today. This is what I'm feeling. I'm just gonna write this and put this out."
Yeah.
But the intention that's behind all of it.
Yeah.
I mean, I love it. Rochelle, it's nice to hear some real vocals. Sweet Release is on repeat. Oh, I love
Yeah.
it. Oh, they're saying some really nice things. I need to be reading these comments. Good for you for the acting. Oh, yeah, man. Oh, who would you like to work with if you haven't worked with them already?
Oh man. Usually I say Stevie Wonder, you know what I'm saying?
Of
And
course,
that's still on the list.
that's
Um,
the
but
top.
I would love to work with, I really want to work with a lot of people.
Yeah.
Think that since I'm in my production bag, that it has kind of opened my mind and my eyes to say, how can I really help? Not necessarily to say, this is a song that I wrote by Kevin Ross and this and
Right.
that, X, Y, and Z, but it's like, how can I use my ability to help the format, to help the genre?
Yeah.
And so that's kind of where my space is, where I'm like, there's so many artists that are looking for records and looking for a song
Yeah.
to help them either get on radio or whatever. And it's like, all right, now I think I'm in a space where I can really start to assist amazing acts, old and new,
Yeah.
to, you know,
Yeah.
enter the public in a different way. I
Let's
think
explore
I'm kind
some.
of, yeah.
Let's say you
Mm-hmm.
get this call from Stevie Wonder.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hey, Kevin, I heard you want to work with me. What you want to do? I mean, he doesn't talk anything like that,
Yeah.
but what is it? Like if Stevie said, let's work together, what would you think? I mean, I'm not saying that you already have this figured out, but
Yeah.
you know, with his style, your style, I could definitely see a marriage there.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, and you know, Stevie's been around for a long time, putting out good music for a long time.
Absolutely.
And like, what kind of, you know, what would you envision with you and somebody like a master like that?
Oh, man. I mean, I think it would just really have to be about how we can innovate, not sonically,
Mm-hmm.
but how we can put as many ranges of an emotion into one piece of music, so that it doesn't sound all of, think of like Bohemian Rhapsody, right?
Okay. Oh,
Um,
yeah.
so we have a rock song that is an archetype for this range of emotions. It's technically 3 songs in one.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I think we have a R&B or soul version of that. I think that, yeah. Oh, we haven't had one in a long time.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
blowing my mind right there. Y'all need
Yeah.
to I mean, and someone just said, and Steve or Al was kind enough to put up someone's comment, working with India Ari or Chrisette Michelle.
Yeah, I worked with India probably 2 years ago now. Super amazing, super awesome. I'm looking forward to actually working with her more.
Nice.
I haven't worked with Chrisette yet, but I'm looking forward to that as well. She has an amazing voice. I'm looking forward to working with a lot of people, man. I told Heart and Soul when I was up there that I'm looking to work with a New Edition. I know they're celebrating their 30th or 40th anniversary of being a group next year. That's a big milestone for them. And I remember them saying that at the Soul Beach Fest in Aruba. We had did a show together there, and I was just like, okay, I got songs for them that I know that could help celebrate their anniversary. And so I'm just like, okay, we need to connect, figure that out. So I reached out to, yeah,
Your formula, because you think about stuff like that from the beginning.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, from what you're taking us through your journey.
Yeah.
And this is how you process.
Mm-hmm.
So these things are gonna happen. Look out. Why? Next time I talk to you, you're gonna say, okay, when I got together with Stevie and this is what we came up with. Okay, you guys are so great. Somebody said, what about Avant, Maxwell?
Yeah.
Layla Hathaway?
Yeah. Yeah. All of them. All of it. I need all of it. We did I did the Fortunate Challenge. And so everybody was doing their little versions of it. And of course, that's Mac's song. So Max had DM me and reached out, and we'll keep in contact every now and then. And so he sent me a really thoughtful message, and we had a back and forth banter, man. But just having someone like that I can reach out to means the world. Even though we haven't worked musically or collaborated in that way, just the fact that like if I give him a rose virtually, I know that he's able to see it and to receive that, and that means the world to me. So beyond music or whatever, like even if I don't work with some of these people, just the fact that I've met them or I have a rapport with them, is beyond my wildest dreams.
I love it. And the foundation is set. It's kind of like you've got a lot of options.
Yes.
I think it would be an honor for them to work with you as well. Yeah, I think so. Kevin, thank you so much. You're just brilliant. I love your music. I love your heart. I love your humility, and I love your drive, because it's not like you're just sitting back waiting for things to come to you. You're doing the work constantly, and just stay on your path, and yeah, you got it. And where all this power comes from, and that's the most important thing.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, we appreciate you. So tell everyone, you've got a lot of fans who are watching. Of course, you've got a lot of fans who listen to you on WHUR. And those who haven't connected with you on social media yet, how can they?
Make sure that you follow me at Kevin Ross Music. That is Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook. I'm on it, and I'm on TikTok now. I am Kevin Ross. So make sure that you follow me on all social media platforms. Thank you, WHUR. This is my hometown station. This is the station that raised me. This is the station and the reason why I do the music that I do today is because of the format that they created. So I'm always humbled. I'm always honored to be on here. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Kevin. All the best to you. And thank you for stepping out of that studio or your, is there like a big star in your dressing room now that you're acting? Don't be trying to forget us.
No, not at all. I can never forget y'all. Nah.
I cannot wait to see what you're doing on the big screen, small screen, all of that. And again, thanks for putting out all this good music. You know, we've got so much love for you. When you can stop by the radio station, you know, it's always home to you.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. And before I forget, for everybody who's watching, I will be in town on Sunday at the Birchmere, Alexandria, Virginia. Sunday, September 18th. I will be in town in the DMV. Get your tickets at kevinrossmusic.com. I want to see your face in the place. And we're almost sold out. So with that being said, it's going to be a vibe. Listen, DC band, DC singers, you know, and obviously I'm from DC. So please get your tickets. It's different than the last performance we did, Penn Socials. That was a standing room. Birchmere is seated so that you can enjoy. You can sit down, you can eat, and get them vibes. So get your tickets. Sunday. Yes.
Get your tickets. We sound like one of those car commercials. Get your tickets now. No, but please do. You don't want to miss this show. You definitely don't want to miss it. For all of those of you who are watching and took the time to comment, that's how we know you're here. So thank you for, Rochelle is like, damn. I hope that means you just got your tickets. Thank you so much. Thanks for commenting. Kevin, thank you again for doing all that you do. You're going to sell out the show. You said it's almost sold out. I'm sure it's going to sell out and it's going to be amazing. Again, all of you, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for listening to 96.3 WHUR and keeping us your #1 music station. That's where we're supposed to be, and we don't have any intentions of moving, thanks to you. So thank you so much. Next week, right here, same time, same place, Thursday night, 9 o'clock. Please make sure you join me because I'm going to go one-on-one with comedian turned politician, still a comedian, and DC loves him, Red Grant. So get your questions ready, get your comments ready, and I hope you can check us out then. Continue to support our dear friend Kevin Ross and pick up his music, pick up the tickets to his concert. And again, thanks for listening to me, Angela Stribling, every Sunday night on Pillow Talk with Angela, and everyone else 24/7, 96.3 WHUR. Have a good night.